Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Snack Time. My name is Ben, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an open source project called Vault. So I don't want you to get this confused with like Vault Warden or a place to store your passwords. This is simply a website that you self-host that helps you encrypt and decrypt files. Let's go ahead and jump right in. This is going to be a short video, easy to install, easy to implement, and easy to understand. Cool. All right, jumping on in here, this is our website that we are set up with. This is going to be internet facing, as we do need, I find that it works best when it does have a certificate, a security certificate. Otherwise, I think the browser just doesn't like it for some reason, but that's beside the point because we are going to make it internet facing so that our friends and families can use it. It's really cool because all the processing, like it says on this little tagline at the bottom here, all the processing happens locally on your browser. No uploads, no servers. We're not going to be storing anything other than the container itself. Let me show you how this works. So we have a file, and say that file is a PDF. Let's go ahead and use our sample that we've used. I'm going to upload this. We can generate a password automatically. We don't have to come up with one if we don't want to. We just click on that little the little lock button, and then we can view the password. This is a nice complicated password. We can also make it something stupid and simple like password 123 exclamation point. The exclamation point makes it impossible to guess. All right, after that, all right, I'm going to go ahead and click on encrypt and download, and we're going to go ahead and save it. And I don't know if you can see the file name. We'll zoom in here a little bbit, but it's saving as sample-1.pdf.vault. So it will save it as a default .vault, and will also, when you're uploading it, will also look for that extension. However, that extension remaining there is not a requirement. You can take that extension, that .vault, and remove it, and then upload the file with just a PDF if you wanted to. It is totally up to you. But if we look at that file here, go ahead and bring over this guy. And let's just name him to PDF. And if we try to open, we are going to get this right here. Cannot open because it is not a real PDF. It's not a real boy. If we take a look at the file itself, let's go ahead and open it up in Notepad. We can see right here that the file is indeed encrypted, has a bunch of random characters in it with AES right at the beginning there. So not a chance we're going to be able to encrypt this without a program like this or the password. All right, so jumping back over here, let's go ahead and unencrypt our file. Let's go ahead and choose file. And I'm going to go into my folder here. And remember, it's not going to show you all the files because it is looking for this .vault right here at the bottom. However, we're just going to put an asterisk there and say all files, and then we're going ahead and upload this file. I'm going to paste in my super strong password. I'm going to decrypt and download. And I'm going to just rename this. I'm just going to call this unencrypted.pdf. And I'm going to drag this back over here. So if I double click on my unencrypted PDF, here we go. We got my PDF that is all unencrypted and easy to read. So if we go ahead and open up this guy in our notepad here, I can show you this. Looks like a bunch of legit PDF verbiage and not a bunch of encrypted gobbledygook. All right, let's take this on out of here. Don't need that any longer. And now let's get to the installation, which is the difficult part. This is going to require a lot of technical expertise and completely blow you away. No, just kidding. It'll take a couple of seconds. I'm going to jump over to the installation and I'll see you over there in just a second. All right, let's go ahead and start where we usually start, and that is at the GitHub page. If we scroll down a little bit, we're going to see Vault, just talking a little bit about, what we've already seen and how to deploy it with Docker. Very, very straightforward, right? Not a lot of fluff. Only thing we need to do is pretty much copy this right here, and let's head over to Portainer. I'm going to go under Stacks. if my environment loads, and okay, there we go. Fine. Let's open up a certificate. Yeah, all right, fine, we're back. Let's go under stacks. Let's go under our add stack. I'm just going to call this vault, and I'm going to go ahead and paste this in here. Now, like what I usually do with all of my containers is I review the text file so you know exactly what's going on. And this one is going to be super fast. Record time. Let's go. And now. All right. So start with the name. Cool. Image. There you go. Awesome. I would probably want to go ahead and add latest to this to get the latest version, but it's up to you. Moving on, we have our container name, which we've already established at the top. The ports are going to be going to try to listen on port 80, and it's going to forward traffic to port 80. That's not really good for me. I'm going to go ahead and forward all of my traffic through Nginx Proxy Manager. I'm also going to secure that traffic, put a cert on that, and that's what Nginx Proxy Manager is going to help me do. I'm going to comment out ports. I'm going to also comment out port 80. Next, we're going to do our restart policy, and that is unless stopped. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the explanation of this container file. Or composer file. This was very, very fast. And yeah, there's not a lot to it. But like I said, what it does well. Let's go ahead and deploy this guy. Make sure that adding that latest didn't screw anything up. It did not. And looks like we have our vault and it is running. So now we have to do a little bit of playing around with the containers and Nginx Proxy Manager, because right now there's no way to communicate with this poor little vault. It's all by himself. Luckily, we have Nginx Proxy Manager to help us out with that problem. We're going to go under Nginx Proxy Manager, and I'm going to make myself a little smaller. And I'm doing that because we're going to go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom, and we want to make sure that we join the Vault network. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click the Vault default, and I'm going to join that. That'll allow me to communicate with the Vault container. We can verify that that has been done successfully by looking at the bottom, and we do have an IP address. Time to make myself bigger. All right. And now we are ready to establish our subdomain. So we're going to call it something really cool. How about we're going to use SYNACK. We're going to use Namecheap. I'm going to create an A record, and I'm going to click on A record. I'm going to give it a host name. And remember, what I'm doing here is I'm creating a subdomain. So anything that I put into this field right there is going to add it to the left-hand side of my address. Let's go ahead and just call it encrypt. And then let's give it an IP address. It's going to go ahead and forward to the external IP address of my server. If you don't have any of this set up, you don't have Portainer set up, you don't have Nginx Proxy Manager set up, that is okay. I'm going to put a link in this video so you'll be able to set that up really quickly using Bracknerd, which is super cheap and really good on their uptime. Can't ask for much more than that. All right, so we have established our subdomain, encrypt.synhow.com. Now let's head over to our Nginx Proxy Manager and let's add a host. All right, what do we call our domain? Do you remember? I hope you do. Encrypt.synhow.com. Make sure we spelled that right. I think we did. And now it's asking us, where do we want to forward traffic to? Easy question. Go ahead and go over to our Portainer, go to our containers, and we're just going to forward it to Vault. I don't like doing IP addresses. I prefer host names because IP addresses can change. Host names, not so much, not usually. All right, let's go ahead and go over here, paste that. And it's asking what port should we be forwarding this traffic to? If you don't remember what it was, that's okay. We can go back to our compose file here and we can look at our ports. Port on the left-hand side, which is port 80, is forwarding to port 80 on the container side. So this is the port that's listing on the internet, and this is the port that the container is expecting to see traffic on. So only thing we need to do is pick one of these port 80s. I'm going to go for the one on the right. And if I click on the right window here, I'm going to go ahead and type in 80 there. I'm going to block common exploits. I'm going to enable WebSocket support. I'm going to go ahead and save. We are not done yet because right now it's only HTTP, and that is not good. We need to encrypt our traffic. Let's go ahead and click on these little drop downs there. Click on edit. Doing great so far. I'm going to zoom in, make it easy for you to read. I'm going to click on SSL. I'm going to drop this down. I'm going to request a new certificate. I'm going to force SSL, and then I'm going to head and hit save. If you've done everything right and in the order that I've done on my video, you should not be getting the internal error. However, if you do get the internal error, it's most likely due to maybe a typo or DNS. So what we're going to do is we're going to give this about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to come back here and we're going to hit save, and it's going to work like a charm, I bet. So I came back here again and I checked it and I was like, what in the world? What did I do wrong? Did you catch my mistake? I like to leave these in here just in case so you know what to expect. Occasionally you may run into the same thing, and it's good to have the knowledge. If I go back to details and let's look very closely at my spelling, and encrypt.scihow.com sounds like a really cool domain, but not the one that we want to use. Encrypt.synhow.com. Go ahead and zoom out. Let's go back to our, actually we probably need to save that. Let's save this guy. All right, we saved him. That might actually be enough. So this should actually connect. All right, cool. Ah, yes, it did. It worked. Excellent. So now that we have figured out that little puzzle, let's go ahead and try our new site and see if it works. So we click on it and oh, there it is. It's beautiful. It helps when you spell things right. But like I said, that's why I leave those sort of things in there, is because if they ever happen to you, you kind of know, hey, maybe I just fat fingered something and I forgot an N where it should have been. So good times, good times. Well, that was a short little video, wasn't it? Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. And if you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it at all, yeah, thumbs down's fine too. I'll learn to what you like, and I'll produce more content that is just for you. All right. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later on. You guys have a good one and talk soon. Bye-bye.